Who here lives here, by the way? Who here lives in New York? All right. I am not from here. I moved here, and I grew up in Louisiana, which, you know, do y'all remember the first time that y'all had to hardcore ignore a person here? You know what I'm talking about? Where you're just like, I cannot engage with this individual. No good can come of it. Because I remember, I grew up in Louisiana, very, like, hospitable place, taught to be very polite. I moved here from Chicago, even more Midwest, nice and everything. So I moved to the city unprepared. I showed up making eye contact. I was over here smiling in people's face like, hey, how's it going? Every day. It took me 3 weeks to ignore my first person, all right? That's too long. Living in New York is a boxing lesson you have to teach yourself, you know? Just after a couple weeks, I was like, all right, tuck the chin, shoulders out, make a Philly shell. Stay ready. I'll never forget it. The first person that I ever had to ignore in New York, I was on the train, and this guy was asking me for change, and when he approached me, he had one ball out. That's a rough approach, all right? Because I'm not gonna lie, one ball out, I don't even recognize it right away. Like, that, as someone with balls, if I don't see the whole package, I'm like, that's alien. He walked up looking like a monster. I was like, I wish I had a gun right now. That's insane. I was so upset. And he walked out, so then I was looking at my phone, right? And the worst part is that I'm sitting down and he's standing up. So the ball is in my peripheral, all right? It's right there. There's no escaping. And he's too close for me to look harder at my phone. It's like the top right of my vision is fucked right now, okay? And so I can't look away. There's no looking away. And he's talking, he's like, come on, man. I know you hear me, man. And then I'm just like, no, just ignore him and he'll go away. And just look at your phone harder and he'll move on, right? And then he starts getting upset. He's like, come on, I know you hear me, man. But the more upset he gets, the more animated he gets. And the more animated he gets, the more he's moving. So now the ball is bouncing. The ball is bouncing up and down. This man is dribbling in my face. And I'm just looking at my phone, and I'm just like, just ignore him. He'll go away. And this is the thing. I didn't cry. I did not cry. I just didn't not cry. Like, I did start to tear up eventually, and my vision got blurred. Because this is the thing. There's no science behind what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what I saw when I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I didn't want to see it. So it's not even like something I'm trying to relate. Every time he bounced, it felt like the ball got longer. And that's just so like so then I'm tearing up, and then he still is getting madder and madder. He's like, hey, you can't just think that I'm a human being. You can't just ignore me, dog. And he's like bouncing around. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, he yelled at me for so many stops, I genuinely started to pray. And that's not a prayer you think you'll have to pray in a place that's not prison. You know what I mean? Like, I was just sitting there like, I don't know, I don't deserve this, Lord. I've been a good and faithful servant. All right. This is crazy right now. And then he was like, you know what, screw you, man, I'm done with this. And he goes to turn around, but he's still clearly upset. He's still very mad. And so then, even as he turns around, he's like, and another thing. And then the ball swung. And I was like, sir, you're going to need to kill one of us, all right? Unacceptable. It does feel weird. I don't know if y'all feel this way, but it feels like nothing is actually viral anymore. Like, there's not a shared experience as much on the internet anymore. Like, you'll see something that interests you, and it has 2 million views, and then you go to talk to people about it, and no one has seen it. Isn't that crazy? Like, your internet is tailored so much to you, so deeply, that it's just your whole experience, which is, what, 2 million is a lot of views. That means either a lot of people watched it, or some very passionate people watched it a lot of times. I'll tell you my favorite video, because I'm sure you haven't seen it. It's only got 2 million views, so. My favorite video this week, there's a white woman in it. Probably my favorite white woman of the week as well, because she walks in to this police station with a gun. Right? Already very good, right? Already gripping. So then she walks in with the gun, and it must be late because there's no cops around, right? But then there's this receptionist, like, desk and glass, and she just starts beating on the glass with the gun, just beating on the glass nonstop, okay? And then I guess a cop finally comes towards the glass, and she's like, bam, bam, right? And then he moves out of the way, and then she's just walking around, and she's got the gun. I should point something out. The whole clip, she's holding the gun like this. Like, it's the wildest gun position I've ever seen. No wonder she didn't hit anybody, because it's just like this the whole time. And she's walking back and forth with the gun like this. Every once in a while, she's like, bam, bam. And then my favorite part is she sits down and crosses her legs, puts the gun down, pulls out what I think is a thermos, takes a couple glugs, puts it back down, gets up with the gun, bam, bam, bam. And then, police tase her and tackle her, and it's all settled. Now, the reason that I'm so obsessed with this video is that there's no sound. So I don't know what she's yelling about. I don't know what any of this is about. I don't know what was said or anything. So then I had to like insert it for myself. The video has 2 million views, and I think I am 1.9 million of those views. I think I've not been able to stop watching because this is my thing. White women are so helpful, especially to the police. So I feel like she just walked in and was like, "Hello, I found a gun. I found this gun outside, and is anyone here? Hello, hello. I can't. I'm trying to return it. Is that my gun?" And the cop walked up and she was like, "Bam! Oh no!" Because he startled her and she had a gun, and just like a cop when he gets startled and he shoots. And so she's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. Oh my god, this is so stressful. Oh my god, I love rosé." Anyway, does anyone want this gun? And then they tase her and they tackle her, and then even as they're picking her back up, she's like, "It's not even my gun. You guys should be more responsible." No, I'm not kidding. Dude, yes. When your phones get out of jail, you need to watch this video. I'm not even kidding right now. If we could only put it up. It's genuinely insane. I'm so glad you looked it up right now, because some of y'all are looking at me like, a white woman would never walk into a police station with a gun. Yeah, no, I'm telling you exactly what happened. This is crazy. And she walks in, she's like, "Hello, bam, bam, bam." Thank you for looking it up. This is like, some of y'all just, wow. You looked me in my eye like I know a lie when I hear one. I will, okay. You know what's actually crazy? I thought about this weekend. You know what I've never done at all in my life? I had to really think about it. Never once in my life have I Googled Jada Pinkett Smith. So why do I know so much? Why do any of us know so much? Isn't that crazy? I've never even Googled Jada and Will. I've never sought any of this information. I know so much about them, it feels like we're related. It's devastating. I don't know if y'all saw the most recent interview. She's given her 1,000th. And in it, she says that she says so many things. First of all, she said that she sold crack when she lived in Baltimore, which is like believable. That's a very entry-level job in Baltimore. That part I was like, and? But then she also said her and Will have been separated for like 7 years. Which, what? She also said that Tupac is her soulmate. It's like she's going out of her way to hurt Will's feelings now. This is really insane. Tupac is your soulmate. You've been married for decades. My soulmate's a guy from the 90s. And the more I think about it, and the more I listen to Jada talk, the more that I'm convinced that Tupac died to get away from her. Like, I feel like... Easily. They dated for a while, you know what I mean? And then he got a taste of what Will lived with. And then he was in Vegas, and he got into it with some dudes on some gang shit and stuff like that. And they shot at him, and he thought about what life would be like with Jada. And so he just leaned into the bullet. She said they haven't been together. Her and Will have not been together since 2016. Which does make the slap more confusing now. That's right, because like that, they haven't lived together since 2016. Now it feels less like you were defending your wife and more like you just wanted to hit Chris Rock. Like, turn that man to a tambourine for no reason. That's insane. It really is. Like, what? Not even defending your wife at this point. You were defending your neighbor, I guess. Haven't lived together since 2016. It also makes the entanglement more confusing now. Watching Will and Jada is just like the black Inception. You know what I mean? It's just a nightmare and a nightmare and a nightmare. There's twists that nobody asked for. What? Entanglement. Because then, this is my thing. If they weren't together, why'd they have that whole talk acting like they were together? It made them look worse. Why did they do that? It made her look like a cheater and him look like a cuck, but then they weren't together. So what's the big deal now? I mean, the big deal is that she fucked her son's friend, which is... A lot of people don't know that. That was Jaden's friend. So Jaden over there waiting for play dates and stuff. Ain't nobody showing up like it's a Brazzers video. It's so chaotic. No, No, it's just very chaotic. And look, I want to be fair for a second. I do want to be fair. Everyone comes for Jada, and everybody shits on Jada so hard, and I get it. It's easy because she won't stop talking. But like, some of this is on Will. We can all agree about some of this is genuinely on Will. People blame Jada for the slap. That's not her fault. That's a grown man, and he got up there and he slapped another grown man. You can't blame her for that. It's not like she used her powers. And people blame a lot of the marriage stuff on just Jada. Will is also married to Jada. You know what I mean? He could get a divorce if he wants to, but he doesn't want to. He does not want, and if you pay attention to the interviews, he said it. Divorce is not an option. He'd rather them live as single people and still be married than to get a divorce. Which is weird. It is weird. I understand. For a long time, they were the symbol of black love, especially in Hollywood, right? And that's a symbol that he carefully curated that maybe she didn't want to be a part of, but it's one of the reasons he can't let it go, because it's a failure that he will not accept, right? But to just live as two single people but still be married is weird. It's very odd. Who is it for? It's not for them. They're not together. It's not for us, because now she aired it out. Everybody knows. It's not for the kids, because they're already weird. So who is this for? And like, I mean, it must be rough. I do get it. I have empathy for both of them genuinely, because I think Will, came on strong, wants to make it work and everything, and Jada was just not having it. And a part of me, I'm wrapping up, but just a part of me, a part of me gets it. Because if it's not the life that she wanted, it shouldn't be the life she accepted. That's fair. You're an adult in the world and you make your own decisions and you need to live by them, right? But also, to be fair to her, I don't have a gorgeous millionaire trying to fuck me and marry me. I don't know. It probably seems pretty hard to turn down. I'm not gonna lie. Like if Zendaya walked in here right now and y'all look like you're together, she told you, bro, she was like, I want to marry you and be with you for the rest of my life. You'd probably be like, look, I'm in a happy relationship and I found my happiness. I hope you find yours. I'm not saying it'd be easy to say to her. You'd probably say it after I do, but... But y'all have been great. Thank you so much. I'm Josh Johnson. Have a good one. I hit up a couple people. This is a thing that I feel very strongly about, that I think is really important, and it enriches.
We're digging right in. Let's do it.
It enriches your life. I think that if you have people in your life that you have not talked to in a long time, it's very important to just drop them a line out of nowhere. Be like, hey, I was thinking about you. Hope you're doing well. Or I was thinking about you. What are you up to?
Right.
That way, I hope you've been well is not necessarily inviting a conversation. If you just want to put the good vibes out there, but you don't have time to like chat, that's an option. Then also, what have you been up to? It does rekindle a little conversation. I think that then it lets people know, hey, doors open. I'm here right now to listen, chat, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was doing this with a friend, and she told me about a date that she went on. This is years ago, and we just got to talking, and she told me that she went on a date with this guy, and it was one of those things where it was like a date that was set up after a meet at a bar. Okay. So they meet at the bar, and it's loud, it's dark, it's like all of the recipes for a person to not come off like a monster unless they're an absolute monster.
Right, yeah.
Like all the work is being done for you right now. It's hard to hear you, it's hard to see you, like if
you're getting away with a lot right now.
Yeah, if your jarring personality flaws still shine through, then you are a true monster.
Yeah. Yeah. Your terrible flaws are brighter than any light.
Yeah. You are dull. And so they get to talking. She's like, okay, he's got like, I don't know, a little something about him. And he was looking a little nerdy, but she was like, it was in a cute way, not like a extra dweeby way or anything. And so she was like, okay, let me see what's up. And so he ends up asking her out. And so she's like, yeah, all right, sounds great. Let's meet up, in a couple days. They set the date for a couple days from when they met. Mm-hmm. And
his face still looked shadowy.
Yeah,
he still looks like he's in the dark.
My man just walks around with shadow constantly on his face. He got extra shadow. He's out here trying to be suave, really just being a demogorgon, It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Yeah, just awful. Otherworldly, one could say.
Yeah, I rebuke you is what I would say if I saw him in person.
I rebuke you. Next date, I'm bringing an old priest and a young priest.
If I saw a man with mostly shadow on his well-lit face, I would slap him with an open Bible. And so basically, what ends up happening is they meet up, and it's at this like Chinese restaurant, and he's like still a little nerdy, still a little like quiet and everything. And now she's like, oh, okay, maybe I was a little tipsy and he's more awkward than I remember. Like maybe I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because I was a little drunk, which
right, yeah.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a given.
Happens to all of us, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically he's like looking down a lot, and then he'll look up at her really quick, but then lose the courage to keep eye contact. And she was like, it was almost adorable. It was happening a lot to the point where it was like, I can see how some people wouldn't find it cute.
Right, yeah.
Because you're at the table with me. You're not looking across a room now. Like,
yeah.
Now you're looking at me and then looking at the tablecloth. It's like, oof.
And then you look down and you're like, damn, he has really cool shoes on. He just keeps looking at him. Like, yeah. These are great.
Yeah. And so he starts asking her, questions about herself, her life, and everything. Mm-hmm. She tells him where she works and what she does for a living, and then she starts to reciprocate asking those questions to him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm really focusing on my art right now and everything. So I'm in between jobs and stuff." And she wishes, and and I'm living with some friends at the moment. Just getting back on my feet and everything. Like yeah. I make a little money. Doing odd jobs and with my art, and so I'm good. I'm like living. And she was actually taken aback and impressed by how content he seemed. Like, these are things that when someone answers, sometimes there's a little bit of shame involved. There's a little bit of like, oh yeah, I'm doing my thing. I'm like, it's like, it was none of that. He was just like, yeah, I do my art. And it was actually the most confident the entire dinner that she had seen him was like, I do my art, and I'm putting things together and everything until I can have a come up and stuff. And she was like, oh, okay, wow. All right. That's really cool. And she finally asked him what his art was. This is like appetizers have come now. So they're like starting to kind of eat, but then she realizes she never actually asked him. And she was like, what's your art, by the way? And he smiles. And at first it's like she said at first it was like a little smile. And then he couldn't help it. You could just see this like beaming smile burst through, which he also said was like very adorable when someone's just uncontrollably happy,
Right, yeah.
And he was like, well, I'd love to show you. And she was like,
immediate alarm bells. Even if it's like, I made this movie and it's a big, beautiful movie. It's still just like, when the response is, I could show you, is troubling. Yeah. He's troubling to say the least.
I'd love to show you. And she was like, oh. Okay, like is it? And she's still thinking he's a painter, right? And she just assumed painter, because a lot of people when you say your art, they assume paint.
Yeah. They just assume, because that's what artists meant for a long time.
For a very long time.
But a bunch of other shit hadn't been invented yet.
Yeah, and so then she's like, oh wow, did you bring it here? He's like, I bring it everywhere with me, and she's like, okay, what is it? And he's like, I have to show you. And he gets up, he walks, he leaves, right? And she's like a little bit taken aback, because now she's like, oh, okay. Like I thought she was even saying she thought he meant I have to show you like later at my place or something.
Right, yeah.
And so she's sitting there.
Like, so he left the table.
Left the table.
Okay.
My man's gone.
I got my guesses, but
and she's like munching on a crab rangoon. When this dude sits back down,
okay,
with a dummy in his lap.
Oh, it's better than I would have guessed. Yes. Fuck yes. Oh, what'd that dummy say?
With a dummy in his lap. Going. Okay, wait. Let me see if I can. Going. Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's like not good, ventriloquism.
And not only is it not good, but this man's mouth can't stop moving.
Oh.
So instead of it being bad mumbled like ventriloquism, it's just him talking in a different voice while he doesn't make eye contact.
That's his art.
So he just looking down. He's just looking down the way he was when he was trying to be coy. And so he's looking down.
So you don't see his mouth.
So you don't see his mouth. Because if he tilts his head all the way down, it's like, where'd his mouth go?
Oh, I was not thinking ventriloquist. I'm so fucking happy. I was not thinking ventriloquist. Oh boy.
It's so bad.
Would you like to join our thruple?
He's so bad at it, and it's fully his mouth could not be more open. It's actually like someone taught him the opposite of what ventriloquism is. His mouth is so open.
Or they just explained it to him conceptually, but no one showed him how to do it. They're like, yeah, but you make like the doll talk too. Got it. See you later. No, there's more.
When I tell you that she told me that his mouth went, nice to meet you.
For the listener, Josh moved his whole mouth.
You could see all my teeth the way I moved my mouth just now.
You stuck your tongue out. That's how.
This dude is licking his lips bad at ventriloquism. He will never have a chapped lip while doing ventriloquism.
He's lip licking bad at ventriloquism.
This man will never need chapstick. He is so bad at ventriloquism. And so then she...
You keep going, go ahead.
So then she's sitting there and she's like, oh. And she just says, oh. Like, oh, okay. Still trying to be polite, right? And then he is steadily, just like, so Mark told me a lot about you. And she's like,
he let the fucking doll take over the date.
hard.
Ooh.
So Mark told
the title of this episode is going to be Logan's favorite thing ever. Oh man.
So Mark told me a lot about you. And this is just prepare yourself because it gets worse.
I'm so excited.
So then she's like, so Mark told me a lot about you.
The fucking voice changed.
He said that you were a beautiful woman. And he lied.
He's roasting.
You are an incredibly beautiful woman.
Oh, okay. I was hoping it was going to turn to like the roast act with a ventriloquist to me.
So then he's like, what do you do for a living? And just starts asking her all the questions that she just answered to him through the dummy.
Oh, he's like making her redo the date, but with the dummy.
She's just redoing the date to the
dummy.
Oh,
now. No, don't do that.
And so now she's like, I grew up at, like, just like slowly giving him details, like, oh, that's interesting. How are you liking your appetizer?
That's when you have to look at the guy and be like, I know he's not real. Like, you can.
and then he goes,
my God.
He goes, yeah, Mark's kind of quiet around beautiful women. Say something. He goes, wait, don't make me laugh. Wait, shut up. Wait. Okay. Mark gets nervous around beautiful women. Say something, dummy. And then he's like, sometimes I don't know what to say.
Yes,
And then as he gets the doll to talk, this is how bad, just so we can also for the listener once again illustrate how bad this person is at ventriloquism. Right. Yeah. When the dummy goes to speak again, the dude controlling him, Mark's gum falls out of his mouth.
I feel like that should be pretty common. Like, don't chew something while you're doing ventriloquism.
I mean, when you're not doing it well, you can do whatever you want. And so then...
Oh, my God.
And so then one of the servers walks up to check on them, like, how they're liking their appetizer and everything, sees the dummy and goes, what is this? And so he turns to the server and it's like,
get the fuck out of here. I'm on a date.
Goes, just two lovely people and a bonehead on a date. Guess who's the bonehead?
Oh, yeah. It's so old-timey. I love it.
And then the server's like, wow. He just says, wow, and walks away. And she said that so then their food comes, right? So appetizers, but then the actual entree comes, and he doesn't put the dummy away. So he starts talking to her again.
We also brushed past the fact that he stashed this in the restaurant somewhere. We are totally blowing past the fact that he said, "I'll show you." Just went somewhere. Assuming his car wasn't outside. I guess I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was at coat check. Maybe.
But like, if he brought the dummy prepared for that reveal already, way too much.
Yeah. Already a killer.
Wow.
So then they're eating, and he straight up is eating and has sat the dummy because it was one of those 4-seat tables, and so he just sat the dummy in one of the chairs. So the dummy just sitting up while they eat,
just staring at her chew with its lifeless eyes,
just staring at her chest. Of no fault of his own. That's just where he was positioned.
I'm only comfortable ogling women with my dummy.
And then she said she can tell that the staff is like straight up watching them now. Like coming out of the kitchen to peek and walking back in.
Your friend is a fucking trooper, by the way. And the fact that he didn't sit down with the dummy and she didn't go nope and just walk out. It shows a lot of her character.
And so then when they start to like get close to finishing the entree, the server walks back up and is like, "Hey, we were wondering, like, do you do like shows everywhere? Like just like starts like actually just engaging, like, do you do shows everywhere? And like what do you know?" And he excitedly grabs the dummy. And just starts talking to the server like all over again. And so then the server's like, "Can you show the guys in the kitchen?"
Oh, and he doesn't realize that they're making fun of him.
He doesn't at all.
Does not at all. Because 100% they're like, "Hey, you got to get him to come back here. I got to see this."
Come back here. And so then he was like, "Yeah, I'll do my thing and everything." And and the dummy is like, "We'd love to." And she said what had to be most of the staff walked out of the kitchen and just stood at the table.
Oh no!
Just watching this man do the worst act. And they're dying laughing. So it's like he thinks he's killing. And maybe he is. Who knows? Because some of them, like, to be fair, some of them did not speak English. So I think some of them were just fully into the fact that a person was doing ventriloquism while only moving their mouth. I think no matter what language you speak, that is going to be universally funny.
Yeah. Being bad at ventriloquism transcends language. You can tell when it's going wrong.
Because I don't even know what jokes. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I don't even know what jokes he was doing or anything. It's just straight up the fact that he's this bad. It's like remarkable. And she was like, I was just like, she said she was just like melting in her seat. And it's like no one was like looking at her or anything. Everyone was focused on him, but she was like,
"Well, listen, earlier they were all looking at her."
Yeah, that's fair.
when the dummy first came out, everyone was looking at her just being like, "Oh, does she know about this? Does she like this?" She does not. She does not know or like about this.
I mean, she probably looked like she was down with it when they started eating, because then...
Yeah, then they're just like, "Oh, they must be together then."
Yeah.
Because she's fine. She's fine with the dummy. Just sitting there eating with that. You've made me so happy today, Josh. I was already having a pretty good day, and it got real good.
And then basically so she's like melting her seat because she said that there's no way that they're like I remember her saying this of like how there was no way eventually that food was being cooked. Like too many of them were watching them because it's like a small restaurant,
Right.
And
they hadn't gotten their food yet. Or no, they did when they were eating.
They ate.
But other people in the restaurant now.
Other people are just waiting. They're like, "Hey, yo."
They're now sitting there pissed at this shitty ventriloquist.
That's just like, "I would have loved to try the food. Unfortunately, I have a sensitive stomach."
Just imagine that Yelp review. Like, I went there on a date to have a meal, and we could not get served because some ventriloquist, the whole staff was gawking at a dummy who could not enunciate. 1 star, will not go back.
The food was great, but the show was terrible.
The ventriloquist act was all vowels. 1 star.
All vowels and spit.
That must violate some sort of code. I don't know. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I keep going back to like the moment before. Like, did he show up with like a big fucking
Suitcase?
Like before the date was like, hey, can I stash this back here?
Can I put my roller bag here real quick?
Oh, did he ever try to like drink water while doing the ventriloquism? But like he's not good at it, so he started drinking. It's like, would you? Oh man. Fuck me. That is so goddamn funny.
Yeah, but yeah, they didn't go on a second date.
Oh, really? Oh, darn it. I was really rooting for them. Because here's the thing. Even if he was really good at ventriloquism, it'd still be shaky whether he was getting that second date.
I don't care if your art is music and if you're at a restaurant, you don't just pull out a guitar
This is a great point.
and start playing songs, like start serenading.
Well, yeah, because I was already thinking about like, okay, even just thinking of it in terms of comedians I've known who just like will start like making people listen to their, comedy, especially when they're like new at it, or whatever. On a date, they'll be like, well, here's, and then they just start laying out material. Already that is like weird. It's at least a conversation, so you can do it. But like, when you gotta go get a thing. Because even if he was a painter, if he just started painting there, you'd be like, okay, you brought all that?
Imagine if you just started painting on the wall with like watercolors you brought.
I think this is technically vandalism. I don't.
In case someone asked you what's your art, I have to show you. And then you just start painting lilies on a restaurant wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if you don't have even if you don't have an unsettling art, if you just start doing it, it still throws you off.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, but now I'm imagining if he brought a guitar out and then he was a really bad guitarist.
It was just
Let me show you.
Like, let me show you the ways that I love. It was just like a guttural, like she was like,
look at this photograph.
You know what it was too that I think really messed him up is that his mouth was open, but he was trying to not move it. That actually makes sense now that would be the voice you'd make if you didn't close your mouth to do real ventriloquism, but you opened it. But you're like, like
having it wide open. Yeah, that's not the move. That's why a lot of them smile so they can like just do it through their teeth.
If you've ever been to the dentist, you've just done an impression of this dummy. That's essentially what it sounded like. Your dentist asks you a question and you're like, that is what the dummy. She said it was like she said that she said some of the words were so garbled she wasn't sure what the joke was. Like,
I also love that it sounds like he was doing the oldest of ventriloquist shtick too.
Yeah,
like that is fucking vaudeville. Like that is old shtick.
Let's just say that blackface was normal when that type of act was popular. That's how old your thing is. If you're not even hitting the roaring 20s, we're talking 1919.
Yeah. There weren't even separate water fountains yet because they hadn't been invented.
Yeah. Dude, this was the oldest just and the fact that it was like the fact that for whatever reason, look, killing is killing. The fact that he was killing with the staff is also somehow both impressive and more embarrassing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because now she is not just his hostage, but everyone's.
Imagine you're in a hostage situation and some of the people, you're talking to the negotiator and then some of the people are like, we like it in here.
Give us a gun. I'm joining. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. And I mean, I guess good for him because you said he was really content. Seemed really...
I mean, this is what I think is actually happening. I feel like one, this dude lives within his means, which is why he's not really pressed for money. And then two, I think that he's so bad that it's entertaining that he gets work. I can see that happen. Because here's the thing. If this dude went on America's Got Talent, I think he'd take it all the way. I think it would be so funny that they would actually give him the golden star. They hit that golden button. They put him through the next round. He shows up, and you're like, man, this guy's like a really funny comedy act who did like a fake ventriloquism for his first thing, and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Then he starts again, and it's worse. It's worse than the first time. But you're laughing so hard now because you're like, I can't believe anybody would do this act again. That's hilarious.
How he wasted his golden star on this.
And then, but then even that's funny. And so then it's so funny that he just keeps getting promoted to the next round. And by then he's an American sweetheart. Like by then he's just like, it's like people love how bad he is at this thing. And then there's just a Vegas show at the end of it where you go to watch this dude talk for an hour and be like, what river is completely full of what river?
I can't wait to see where this joke ends.
What river is completely full of What river is completely full of direct intention? The Pacific Ocean. And then you just sit there.
Jesus Christ.
And then you just sit there and you're like, that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
First off, not a river. You said ocean. And then next season, suddenly he's a judge on America's Got Talent. You're like, how did he?
How did he get to be a judge? And then you sing your heart out, and he's like, I wasn't really feeling it.
But you can't really understand the notes he's giving. Everyone just kind of looks at him. I think that's a vote for yes.
Imagine how demoralizing it would be to be a comic going on America's Got Talent, and then a dummy's hand gives you the thumbs down. I don't think you just quit comedy. I think you actively go on a killing spree. Like, I think that's enough to break a human's mind.
Yeah.
So much so that they're like, I want nothing to do with society. I want nothing to do with anyone here.
A dummy told me I failed. I couldn't understand what he said. Terry Crews was there. I don't know. Reality exploded on me.
Terry Crews had to sit me down and tell me that even though I should have been able to understand it off the rip, the dummy said that I'm talentless and I have no future.
Holy shit. Oh. That's just beautiful. I don't know. It's chaos. What happened to your friend is horrible.
Yeah.
But just
great person, but yeah, terrible luck.
In a weird way, in an indirect way, he did make art. Because that moment, that moment is beautiful.
Sure enough, absolutely.
Holy shit.
Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson. Great start.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm joined by my. Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm good. This is the first one of the year, the first official new one of the year.
Yeah, we're back. We're back, and we're doing the regular show again.
We've been to Denver. We've been to Tacoma.
Yeah, we. I mean, I don't know how much you want to get into it, but like we also it took a little bit for us to get back in the swing of things because the end of 2022 was weird for us. I had the COVID pretty bad, and
yeah.
And so that was some episodes fell behind because it turns out I couldn't sit up for like more than 10 minutes at a time, and when you have to do hours of editing, that's a hard thing to do.
It is like you got the one that like really be out here stomping people in the chest. Like that's actually feels like a rare one to get than the ones that in New York, a lot of the people who get it will have it like bad for a day, and then they're like, oh, I'm pretty sluggish, but I think I'm all right. And man, you had it like properly bad.
Well, but I didn't get any of the like respiratory stuff or anything. I mean, that might be because I'm vaxxed and all that too. But it's like because I had the first really really bad day. It was that Wednesday like after Christmas. That day was bad, and like I had like fever, and like the best way I could describe it to is my limbs all felt like they weighed 100 pounds. Like I just like felt like held down on the bed. And then the next day, that Thursday, felt pretty good, and I was like, okay, just had the one bad day. I'll come out of it. I should be good then by the weekend to whatever. And then that Friday, nope, back knocked down again.
Jeez.
That was the weird one. That was the weird thing that it like got better and then got worse and then got better. And now I just have these kind of little mild cold symptoms that are hanging on.
I mean, I'm glad you're okay now.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Doing okay. Living. Gonna do it. It can only get better from here.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
I mean, fuck, if not though.
That would be wild if COVID was the start.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's either the start of just only an uphill, like everything's gonna get better, or like that's the sampler. That's setting the tone.
Yeah.
For the year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you? I'm trying to figure out how to. I mean, I'll just ask it straight out. Is there a lot of like meth in your general tri-state area? Would you say meth is the predominant drug?
Yeah. How do I put this politely? We love meth here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Good to know.
I don't know how bad it still is. I know. Jess says one of the new problems is heroin.
Yeah.
We're finally joining the 80s here, I think. But
yeah, the meth thing. Okay, so the whole
this
reason,
is now just real quick. I'm gonna ask you a counter question. This is how we're starting the year, is talking about meth. This is what we're gonna.
I feel like when I'm done telling you the story, I feel like you'll appreciate that we started with meth.
Okay.
I'm trying to put this in the best possible. Okay, so meth, as we've talked about on the podcast before, is pretty popular in my hometown. So it being popular where you are as well, I think you'll be able to relate. Okay. There was a time where my buddy was, just out there trying to find someone. You know what I mean? He was like kind of on the apps, but he was mostly going to bars. But it was just, it was a tough go of it. Let's say, and I'm sure.
So he was the way you made it sound like he was out there trying to find someone specific, but he's just trying to find anyone.
He's trying to find anyone, any person that will work.
I thought maybe he was out searching for someone that he needed to track down, but he's trying to find someone.
Wouldn't that be wild if someone used the actual dating apps to like hunt down their enemy?
See, and I didn't mean dating app. I thought you meant just he was literally out just trying to find like a friend or something.
That's my bad because I thought I said dating app. But maybe I never
not initially.
did.
No, you said he was just out there trying to find someone.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I'm like that sentence could mean a variety of things.
So much.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, he's on like the obscure ones as well. Like, did you ever do Plenty of Fish back in the day?
I think I might have tried it briefly. I think so. Yeah.
Plenty of Fish and OkCupid were where, at least in the early 2000s, apparently, were where the freaks were.
OkCupid's the one I did. I didn't do Plenty of Fish, but I did do OkCupid. I did do OkCupid.
So Plenty of Fish brought out a Craigslist level of honesty in people that the other dating apps just don't.
Yeah.
Because I think it's because on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, all that stuff like that, you have to truly choose whether or not you're going to be yourself or you're going to be a catfish, because you can only lie so much before you're like fully lying, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas with like back in the day with Craigslist, it was just like, hey, this is me. All right.
Meet me at this corner.
Inquire, inquire within, but this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what I'm expecting, And so basically, he was
also,
on.
if you have a truck, you can take this dresser.
Yeah. Make sure you take the bed when you leave.
Yeah. I want to use it one last time and then get rid of it.
Yeah. And so he was on Plenty of Fish, I believe. And he started talking to this person. And it was like, I don't even know how to describe their rapport, because the way that he described them chatting at first was almost just, it felt natural, but it seemed to have felt natural in a boring way. You ever have someone tell you something that they think is really special and you're like, that's not that great? Like in your head, you don't say it to them, but like, but they just hit it off with a bunch of heys and how you doings and all the stuff like that. And but the way he described it was like, she was so easy to talk to. But I'm like, but you're saying all you said was, what's up?
Yeah.
So it's like I get how two things can be true. It can be she's very easy to talk to, and you're not saying much. You know,
Right. Yeah.
you're not
maybe
really
that's what,
pouring your heart out.
and maybe that's what the ease is. Maybe she just said, "What's up?" back, and he's just like, "Ooh, soulmates."
Yeah, yeah. She
Out
even
here
used
thinking
two
the same?
question marks, just like me. And so, and so basically, they start chatting and they set up a date, like time to meet. And she's like, "Oh, hey, do you smoke?" Right? And he's like, "Oh yeah, from time to time, you know." And so they meet up, and the date is very okay. From what he's describing, like I guess my man just doesn't need much because. Even as he's describing the date, I'm like, so y'all just went to Chili's, but y'all were having the time of your lives. Like, I'm happy for him that he's happy.
I mean, have you ever had those Southwest egg rolls? They're great.
I've had them, and I don't know if it was worth a life change. Like he was like, he was so disappointed because he was like, I was having the time of my life. Like this man said the time of his life, and I was just like, bro, you gotta get out there more. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even trashing Chili's. I'm literally just saying, if you have the time of your life with someone who doesn't really seem to say much,
You just wanted to be out.
I think you just wanted to be out.
I think that just means you were happy to not be in your apartment.
I
is
think
what
you
that
just
sounds
needed
like.
some companionship because you're beefing this up like
Yeah.
it was the Titanic and it was a Thursday at Chili's.
Yeah, you could have been like, man, we could have gone to Chili's and you would have had the time of your life. If
I
that's
think
what's happening.
so. I think 'cause this man said the time of
Dude
his
just
life.
wanted to go to Chili's.
Yes, the time of his life. Okay, so
Because even on a first date, the time of your life, I mean, even if it's like wow, I think I'm in love with this person already. I still don't know if it'd be like time of your life. I don't know. You know what I
yes,
mean?
dude,
you know?
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I feel like even if all the stars aligned,
Yeah.
looking back, maybe you can romanticize it, but in the moment, to be like, I'm having the time of my life just picking out apps with this person.
Yeah. Well, because in any first date I've ever thought of, like, even if it's fun, there's still a sense of like nerves to it. That's not the time of your life. Like,
Exactly.
and like, listen, I'm thinking back to my first date with Jess. Honestly, top to bottom, great date. But also, I've done some cool shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Time of my life? Of my life.
To be fair, it's in my hometown, so it's not like
Fair.
there's a ton going on, right?
I mean, Chili's is the place to be. It
Yeah.
sounds like.
And so then she looks at him and she's like, "Hey, do you want to smoke?" And he was like,
Gee,
"Oh,
where will this lead?
oh, here?" And she was like, "Yeah, you want to go smoke in the bathroom real quick?" And he was like,
Oh, in the bathroom?
"In the bathroom." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I guess, like, you know, a little adventurous. Okay, she's a little naughty. She's a little naughty, right?"
no.
And so then they go to the bathroom. It's so funny too because she was like, "Okay, you sneak off to the bathroom and then I'll like come join you, right? Like I'll just give it a beat and I'll come join you. You know, don't want to bring the suspicion on them immediately, right?"
Right.
He said that when he went to the bathroom, he turned around and she was behind him. Like, it was like she didn't wait at all. And so then they're in the stall together and she pulls out, you know, a full pipe, right? And he noticed that the pipe was a little too dirty.
Little dirty.
Yeah. And so then he's like, "Oh, what?" I think he was scared to ask if she smoked meth because it feels like such an accusation. So then he just sort
Yeah,
of,
because if she doesn't, there's no coming back from
There's
that
no-
question.
yes.
Then you can't backpedal.
dude, the
Do
stakes,
you smoke meth?
the stakes of like you've pulled out a pipe. All right, you smoke weed in a pipe. You've pulled out a pipe. The pipe just looks a little like rotten. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the difference in pipe should look like, but he was saying it looked a little too dirty, right?
Yeah.
And then before the meth can come out, he wants to be like, "Hey, do you smoke meth?" But he's like, I really didn't want to ask because it would just kill everything. It would kill.
It would
the whole
ruin the
vibe.
time of his life.
Because if she doesn't smoke meth, to your point, there's no coming back.
No.
Because
No,
now
you can't.
Now you sound like you smoke meth. You sound like you were excited it was about to be meth. Do you know what I mean? Like if someone pulls out a pipe, even at a party, if someone pulls out a one hitter and you're like, "Oh, do you smoke meth?" You sound like you want the meth. That is what that sounds like if they don't smoke meth.
Ooh, is that meth?
And if you do smoke meth, now once again, you've already called it. He's ruined the time of his life because now
Yeah.
meth is about to come out. And so sure enough, meth comes out. Before he can like even fully ask, she was like, this is a big one.
This is a big one.
Because I guess she was trying to do something special for the day.
She also wants to have the time of her life.
Yes, yes.
But she needs a little hit of something to really get there.
I think she needs a touch of help from Mr. Methy Meth. She needs a little bit of help from Nathaniel.
Nathaniel Amphetastine.
Steen. And so she pops out. She goes ahead and pops out Nathaniel. And she's like, it's a big one.
It's a big one. It's such a...
And then he goes, oh, okay. And he was like as she's about to like get it started, he's like, hey, I'm not really comfortable. I don't really do that. Like we can go back and eat or anything. And she was like, oh, okay. And she seemed a little disappointed and like maybe even a little embarrassed. Who knows? Because I imagine, obviously, do you smoke? There's a lot to fill in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so cigarettes. I mean, and so basically they stop in the moment. She's like, oh, okay, all right. Well, sorry that and he's like, oh, don't apologize. It's okay. Like he's really trying to save this date. So he's like,
I would, but I'm full.
No, don't. It's all good. It's all good. It happens. You know, this is perfectly normal. So anyway, he then gets out of the stall because he was always with his back to the door. So then he opens the door and then he said he opened the door, was walking out, thought that she was right behind him, but when he turned around, not only had she let the door close again, there was a puff of smoke coming through the. And he was like, I've never smoked meth, but I didn't know you could do it that fast. Like, I didn't know. He's like, by the time I turned around, still in the bathroom, by the time I turned around, it was cloudy.
Yeah.
And so then he's walking out, and she's walking out behind me. He's like, oh, no. Like, now this is a meth date, because you did it.
A meth date.
Like, you hit it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then they go.
Because that's now a different person coming out.
Exactly. So now they go and sit back down. And I don't know the specifics. I don't know how long it takes meth to meth you. Okay?
To meth with you.
Sure.
that you're gonna roll your eyes at.
Amphetamine was wild. Meth with you felt like, all right, okay. I see what you're trying to turn me into. And so
you said Nathaniel first, so I don't want to.
So they sit down.
I don't want to hear it.
And they go ahead and order. And she ordered a little more than they talked about because, you know, when you sit down with somebody and you're like, oh, what do you think you'll get? And they're like, oh, I might get this and this or whatever. Like, she went ahead and ordered like a couple things. And he's like, I don't even know if it was stream of consciousness or if she was actually ordering. Like, I don't know if she was just saying names of foods they had or if she was actually ordering. But either way, the server wrote down like 5 things, you know?
Yeah.
And so they're talking. And even as they're talking, she's like clearly different. Just eyes are a little wider. And he was like trying to keep the date like normal because he really seemed to like her, I guess, or wanted to hold on to whatever infatuation he built up around her, and just was trying to talk. And the whole time she's nodding, eyes wide, like nodding hard at everything he's saying, and has grabbed a napkin and started cleaning the edge of the table. Like off to the side. So she just whacks it on and whacks it off.
And you know, while he's telling the story, she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Saying 1,000 yeahs.
Oh, man. And then the food comes. So they're just, I guess she's just like that
And
for a
she
little
screams.
while. The food comes and she actually says, is this ours? Right? She's like, is this...
That's so funny.
Is this ours?
Is this?
And he's like, yeah, it's what we ordered. And she's like, I ordered all this? Like, And he was like, yeah. And the server's still standing there. And he's like, yeah. She was like, I don't think I'd do that.
Oh.
And then him and the server just sort of look at each other. And then look at her. And are both kind of like, yeah, but you did though.
You did.
Like you said nachos, chili cheeseburger. Like you were just saying all the words. Maybe you didn't mean them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you literally only meant the first thing you said, and
Just
you kept
reading out
talking
loud.
at the same volume.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so we all thought that's what you ordered. Once again, two things can be true at the same time. But yeah, this is all yours. And she was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll try.
I guess I'll try.
And then like, didn't really like obviously didn't eat everything that she ordered, but was like picking at everything perfectly. Was just like a bite of this, drop a bite of this, and then still like nodding at everything at him. As
I like to imagine she's actually picking at it like a bird. I don't know why. That's just just hitting her face on everything a little bit.
And so then they're basically just sitting there. He's finished his food. She still has half the table to eat. And a very, very clean corner of the table.
Rubbing the varnish off on that one.
And so he's like, oh, so do you think you're done? Like, should I get the check and everything? And she was like, yeah, I think I'm done, right? Just lots of yes, just like you said, right?
Yeah. How much copper do you think is in this place?
But my favorite detail, my favorite part is that at the end he's like, oh, okay, so, and he's given up now. Like he really does know that this is over. There's no salvaging this, you know?
Oh, what? He didn't want a second date with the lady who did the meth in the Chili's bathroom?
That tried to do it in the bathroom with him, and then when he declined was like,
What?
I'm not gonna waste it.
Yeah. I can't believe he's not going to give her another chance, and he's pulling the ripcord on this.
And so at the end he's like, so you want me to give you a ride home or anything? She looked up dead in his face, was like, no, I think I'll run.
I was just going to say, because she said no, and then turned around and sprinted down the road. But literally, no, I'm going to run.
And so they walked
Wow.
out together. He went to his truck, and then she was like, okay, this was fun, bye. And then just like took off. And he was like, I was really worried because she wasn't running back in the direction that I picked her up.
Oh.
Yeah, she was just going for a run, I think.
She had to run by the meth store. Get some more.
She had to run back to her dealer and be like, can you believe it? Can you believe that he would say that he smoked and then he wouldn't smoke with me? And then when I smoked, he got all weird and then he tried to make me eat a bunch of food. And so I just left. Like, I can easily see that being her version of the story.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Now, what would you do? You having and let's put yourself in his shoes. It doesn't have to necessarily be Chili's, but like you are having the time of your life. This date is going so well. You are just like, wow, she's amazing. You're smitten.
Yeah.
And then she busts out some meth. What does a Josh Johnson do in this scenario?
So I'm very worried that I wouldn't recognize it immediately. I think I'm worried because he smokes enough that he just knew that the differences in pipes and the difference, you know what I mean?
But you'd know once a rock comes into play that you...
I think I'd have a hard time, and I know this shouldn't matter, but I do think I'd have a hard time distinguishing the meth from crack. All right?
But does that matter?
It does kind of matter. It does change the game a little bit for me.
So if it was crack, you'd stay on the date.
I'm not saying I'd stay, but I think I'd be less concerned because I feel like...
Really?
I feel like crack and meth are on very different levels.
I mean, they are in ways, but I think they're both on the leave this date level.
Yeah. I'm not saying I wouldn't leave.
Okay.
I'm just saying I would be less concerned.
Okay, so let's explore both options then.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, a rock comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you and goes, "This is meth."
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is your reaction?
I think I pop that lock on the stall. I walk out, and I think I announce to the kitchen floor, someone is smoking meth in the bathroom.
Oh, you'd narc on her.
And then I walk out. Just because
Whoa.
narking on her will slow her down long enough for me to get out.
Oh, because yeah, she's
Because
probably gonna come after
she gonna be fast, she gonna be strong.
Okay, wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
really ending the date.
Mhm.
Okay, now instead the rock comes into play and she goes, "Would you also like some crack?" Now, how do you handle this?
I pop the lock on the stall.
Okay.
I back out of the
Okay.
bathroom, and then I walk up to my server
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Can you please cancel my order?"
Okay.
I'm terribly ill, and then I leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So no narking on the crack.
I don't know if you need to.
Elaborate.
I just feel like I feel like crack gives people endurance, whereas meth gives people strength.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm more scared when someone. So here's the thing: in Louisiana and in Chicago, I've been like pressed by a clear crackhead before.
Oh, for sure.
And the way that you get pressed by a crackhead is just like, all right, if this person can beat me at all, it's gonna be because they outlast me, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, all I need to do now is make sure that all of my hooks are tight, all of my guard is up, you know, that I have my footwork at play, I'm able to get away from them, right? With meth, because methamphetamine is actually so broad, right?
True.
I don't know what exactly they're on. Is there a little angel dust in there? Can they feel their fingernails? Or do they just not have any recollection of having like ligaments so they're going to be able to lift a car? Like there's a level
Right.
of like fight that if somebody that wants to get at you and they're on meth has, you're not getting away. They're getting to you.
Yeah. Yeah, meth makes you go a little Super Saiyan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so that's my thing now that I honestly have where I'm like, all right, this thing is a clear and present danger if they turn on me. This other thing is only a danger if they really know what they're doing, but they're probably going to be sloppy about it. So I'm not in that much trouble.
So now, have you had to fight someone in Chicago who was on crack?
I just had to push them away, but I
Okay.
didn't have to. We weren't fighting, but I
Okay.
was. So this was back when I worked at the grocery store that shall not be named, not the good one, right?
Yeah, shall not be named unless you go back enough episodes and hear us name it a lot.
I
But for
was
some reason now we don't name it. Now it's Voldemort for some reason. But
I was walking home from the California street location. And
Okay.
so I don't know if you remember where I lived, but in Rogers Park, I basically needed 2 buses to get home. Now, I'm still
Yeah.
fairly new to Chicago when this happened, so I'm
Right.
relying on my phone a lot to pick the right bus and know the route and all that stuff, because luckily Chicago's on a grid, right? But
Yeah.
my phone dies maybe 10 minutes into the walk home, because it's either going to be a 34-minute walk home or 2 buses.
Okay.
And since I knew my phone was about to die, I was like, the other bus takes me slightly out of the way, so let me just try to walk home as straight as I can, so that way when my phone dies, I can just already be on the right path a couple streets off and everything.
right.
And because also the buses from that location weren't reliable, so I was like, my phone may very well die waiting for the bus. And I would just, I don't know, I'd hate it. So
Right,
let me
yeah.
just walk home now, right? Get a
Okay.
head start. And so I started walking, and you know how I think it's called like Little India, but there's that area of maybe it's still Rogers Park, but it's on the way of that California street where
Unlike Devon there, that
Yeah,
whole area.
yeah.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. Little India,
yeah. So
that West Ridge area.
and so we can imagine like that Devon area. It's actually, I like it a lot. It's really nice. It just
It's great.
because it's so
It's rough to drive through.
it's rough to drive through, and because it's so neighborhoody, a lot of it will close by like 10. So
A lot of the stuff closes, and everyone is just there's crosswalks are a mere suggestion.
yeah, and so imagine walking / running through it at 11, where everything
Yeah.
is closed. So anyone out at night at this moment is out to do
Yeah.
other business.
Yes,
It's
yes.
the most polite way I can put it, but it's like none of the storefronts are open,
Yeah,
and so
yeah. If you're out, you're not shopping on the legal markets.
yeah.
we'll say.
Yeah. And so I'm running through it, and I start running because my phone is at truly 1%. And I don't know why Apple does this, but it really does keep the phone on 1% for 10% of the time. So let's say you're
Yeah.
at 10%, it'll go 10, 9, 8, 7 in like 3 minutes, but it'll be on 1% for like 20 minutes.
The next day.
Yeah. And so
Well, yeah, 'cause that's like cars do that too, where it's like you'll hit E, but really it's like it's just to let you know you're empty, but then you've got like 10 more miles on a lot of cars.
yeah.
But then it just gives you that moment of being like, you're just waiting now.
And so I started running because I was like, I don't want to be out here with a dead phone, and I'm still new to the city, and like
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't really know where I am and everything. And so then
Don't worry. Eventually, he would never figure out where he was anyway.
I'm at a crosswalk,
Yeah.
trying to make there's a fork in the road. It's actually as you start to get near your place, really, where maybe west of you, there's a fork in the road that is like, it's pretty, I would say it's like not that substantial, but what ends up happening is like, depending on which one you pick will depend on if you're a mile off or not. Eventually.
Oh, like when you get to like the corner of like Devon and Clark and stuff. 'Cause there's
exactly.
Where like Ashland branches off from Clark and like that goes at an angle. People love our very specific Chicago references. So that corner.
Yeah, that corner. I'm at a crossroads at that
Used
corner.
to be by the Deluxe Diner.
Because now my phone is dead and I'm almost home and I don't know it fully, right?
Yeah.
And then this guy tries to approach me. And this is actually a horrible corner for me. Every time I've been on this corner, something bad has happened. I could do a whole episode about this corner. It's like, remember I told you about that guy that tried to, I mean, I'll tell you in another episode, but there was a guy that tried to get me to drink his water bottle.
No.
He was adamant. It was at that same corner. And he's
Really?
like, no, drink it. And I was just like, bro, this is the worst way. You're like trying to roofie a person with the most energy I've ever seen right now. Like,
Yeah.
it's water.
You gotta be sneakier, bro.
Dude, and he kept, I was scared he was going to try to splash me with it. He kept putting it to my mouth
Oh my god.
and trying to grab me and make me drink it. And I was like, dude, get away from me. And this guy was just, he was not having it. He was like, drink this. I was like, jeez. And so anyway, for this purpose, there was a crackhead. And
For this purpose.
yeah, because I don't want to mix people up too much. I was referencing a story I'll tell more about later, but I'm
sure.
still on the crackhead story. And basically, this crackhead was like noticing, just sniffed me out like a truffle pig, just knew I was lost. He really did. He was like, fear? Ooh. Well, I can handle a little fear.
Yeah, fear goes down easy. Let's do it.
Yeah. And so then I'm like kind of panicking because I recognize some of the streets a little bit, but I know if I take the wrong turn, it's going to take me another 20 minutes to get home or whatever. Because there's not only is my phone dead, so I can't order an Uber, but I don't have Uber money back then, you know?
Right.
And
Well, Uber was still pretty new at that point too.
yeah, it was still pretty fresh.
So you're like brand new to Chicago then.
I think I had only had this job for 2 weeks. So yeah,
Wow,
I was
okay.
like very, very new.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And I think I had also never, as dumb as it may sound, make fun of me if you want, I don't think I'd ever come home from this angle. So I truly didn't have any sights to recognize. Like,
I know what you mean, but calling it angle.
if you always take a left when you leave your house, and then
Right.
you know exactly how to get home from everywhere left of your house, and
sure,
then
yeah,
one
yeah.
day you just end up on the right,
Yeah.
and you're like,
yeah,
I've never
I get
even
that.
seen this street before. And I know I'm so close to home, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And so this crackhead sees me, and he's just like, okay. This crackhead saw me, and it really came at me like you would come at a stray dog. He was like, hey, buddy.
And his hand out for you to sniff.
He was
Guy,
like, hey,
you lost?
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Like, he really...
Oh, hey, buddy, from the shadows is never good.
And he's coming at me like I'm literally a puppy that's going to run away if he gets too close. Because even his steps are a little too delicate.
Oh, that's some real like Pennywise energy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Hey, bud, we all float down here.
And he's also as a crackhead, he doesn't look good. So it's that much scarier. It's
Right.
like it would be scary if any person at night was like, "Hey, buddy, you lost? Are you lost?" It's like that's already unsettling. But just imagine they had a
And
little.
for the audience who can't, I'm looking into your eyes on the Zoom call. That was very unsettling. The calmer version you did was much worse.
And like I can't even. Okay, I'm trying to describe how he looked in a way that sounds rational, but he just did not. It's gonna make me sound crazy to describe how he looked because he truly didn't. He looked like he had half blown up because half of his hair was sticking up and to a side, and that same side of body, right? So his whole right side had kind of a suit on, and the rest was just shirt.
Okay.
Does this make sense what I'm saying? It like he
No.
almost looked like Two-Face from Batman, except Two-Face is wearing a different colored suit on either side. This
Okay,
dude
gotcha.
had like a suit in tatters that was hanging off of his right side. His
Okay.
left side was just the shirt.
Gotcha.
So his left side was way more messed up than his right side.
Okay.
But his
gotcha.
right side from the neck up looked like the side that the bomb went off on. Because it's like his hair
Okay.
was over here, like Einstein-ish on the right
Gotcha.
side, and the left side of hair was like pretty normal. And then
Okay.
the right side had like a suit, and the left side just had shirt.
Remember how when we were kids they had action figures that was like Battle Ravage Spider-Man?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That was like had holes in the outfit. So this Battle Ravage crackhead.
Yes, it is because it looked like the best way I can describe it truly is that it looked like he had freshly been hit by a car.
Oh God.
like he was clearly not okay. And so he starts like inching towards me. He's like, "Hey, buddy. Hey, are you lost? How you doing?"
Did he say, "Are you lost"?
He said, "Are you lost?" Because he saw me.
Oh, God.
He saw me run to that corner, but then look around.
Oh God.
Because I was just trying to get as far as I could on foot while my phone was still alive, but then it died. You know.
And he's like, "I'll help you get home if you answer these riddles."
and he was like, I've never, except in New York, had someone try to rob me, but in such a clearly they haven't been robbing long.
Right.
And so he was like, he basically was like, "I'll give you directions home if you just like tell me where you live and a little bit of money." Like he worded it as poorly as you can word it for someone trying to rob you. Like his offer was terrible. He was like, "Just tell me where you live and give me some money and I'll get you home." It was like that. It was like that. It was horrible. And so then I'm like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm good." And he's like, "You're not good."
Oh God.
Yeah, dude, this is really scary. He was like, "You're not good." I was like, "No, man, I'm all right. Like, I'm gonna get home and everything." And like, I think I even tried to make up some lie about meeting some people or something. And
Right.
it was like truly, this is like really scary because
I'm meeting up with my very strong girlfriend.
yeah, I'm gonna meet up with
Leave me alone, sir.
with my real strong girlfriend and her whole rugby team. So you better watch out. Like it was. Dude, I was like saying all types of stuff. I don't even know what I'm probably sound just as crazy as him because I was trying to say stuff to scare him off because he keeps getting closer to me. I forgot to mention that. He keeps getting closer with everything he says.
Oh God. And are you still just on this corner or are you?
I'm waiting for the light to change.
Oh, okay.
This is all happening like actually pretty quickly.
Right.
And so he's getting closer and he's like, "You're not good. You need help. Let me help you." And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm all right and everything. Like, I'm gonna meet some people and stuff, and like, I'm not even trying to get home. I like specifically in case he followed me. I was like, I'm not even trying to get home, right? Because I didn't know how much energy this dude had, or if he was gonna try to fight me and I'd run and he'd chase me or whatever. And then this dude was like,
right.
This is where I knew we were gonna have to swing, because like." This dude literally said to me, I'm trying to do it without laughing so you can actually see how scary it was. But it's so scary, it is actually pretty funny. So I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm not even trying to get home. I'm just trying to meet up with my friends." And then he said, like, he must have been a crackhead psychic, because then he was like, "No one's coming."
Oh God.
And to say that to me on the street at night, and technically we're in public.
Yeah.
Very technically we're in public.
Yes.
And so to tell me no one's coming, like we're in my own basement,
yeah,
is so crazy. And so he got closer to me, and like now I'm backing up because I still have a whole, like I technically could have crossed the street the other direction and then tried to walk and everything, but I was just trying to deal with it as best as I knew how, and it was all happening kind of fast, like while the light was changing. Yeah. And so then he gets a little bit closer to me, and I was like, "Hey, bro, back up, like." Why do you keep coming towards me and everything? And he was like, "I'm trying to help you." I was like, "Well, I don't need your help." And then he got a little closer, and I was like, "Dude, back off." And then he pushed me, and like,
oh shit,
he didn't push me into traffic, but I definitely could have fell in traffic. Like, luckily there was no traffic, because it's like we're at the street corner, you know. So by pushing me, you're pushing me in the street, you know.
Yeah.
And then he got a little closer, and I just pushed him back, and like just started yelling. Like it just all came out. I was like, "Oh, fuck off, get out of my face," like all this stuff like that. And he finally like backed up a little bit, and I just crossed the street, and I tried to not look back, because then that's like looking back is a sign of like, I really hope you don't follow me.
Right, yeah.
And so then I waited till like I waited for a street and a half to look back, but I can't see that far. So then I was like, I don't think he behind me, but I can't tell.
If only I had glasses.
So when I looked back at that street corner, I couldn't really see him. And so I was like, all right, maybe he like turned the corner and walked his own way or something. But I was like, I was terrified. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but that's also, that area, because that guy handling it that way, the guy just trying to give you water. Everyone I've encountered that has a weird thing, like in that area, no one was smooth about it.
Yeah. Never.
You know what I mean?
Never.
Never smooth. It was always a convoluted way to try to rob you or proposition you or something where a lot of times you're like, wait, what? No, okay, no, bye.
Yeah, like everybody on that corner is
no one
bad
just pulled
at
a
it.
gun in that area. No one just had a weapon.
Well, no one also like even for solicitation.
I was just gonna say, I remember a story where I was walking in that area, and this lady was on the street, and she looked like the best way I can describe her is she looks like a small town Midwestern mom. Like she's just wearing like kind of sensible pants and like a blouse, like, and she's got like a big handbag. And I walk by and she's like, says something to me, and I was like, oh, I leaned in, I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And she goes, you looking for a date? And I was like, oh no, I wasn't. I thought you were just a lady that was like lost. And I was like, no, sorry.
Even the solicitation would be like hilariously bad to the point where you're literally like, are you? Would you like to buy a bag of sex?
Yeah,
like
no,
that's
they
the
were that
level
bad in that area.
That's the level that because when people were trying to solicit you, you wouldn't even know what they were saying at all.
Yeah.
Not just in volume like in yours, in like the actual description of
Yes.
like there was a guy that approached me one time, and he like some people blink a lot, it's whatever, but it just felt like he was so cagey about it. Like, you know how when you ask someone out and they say no and you're like, I didn't want to go out with you anyway, right?
Yeah.
That's the vibe that he had. So then he approaches me, and then he was like, hey, you want to get out of here or something? You want to like hang out for a little bit? I was like, oh, no, I'm good. And he turned on me. He was like, well, you go to hell, all right? I should pay you to blow me, okay? I was like, wow, all right.
Yeah, my buddy Caleb was a target for a lot of interactions like that, like because he lived right next to Pressure, like he lived in that area, and it's like 3 doors down. We'd go from one to the other, and in that you'd have some drunk guy who's just like, oh hey, but like, are you like, where are you going? And he's like, home. He's like, cool, like, but what if you didn't? And it's like, cool, but I am though.
What if you didn't? What if
like,
I killed you?
It's like, yeah, but like, are you guys like gonna go like party somewhere? It's like, no, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Let's hang out here. No.
That also happened to me in New York. There was a guy who was like clearly off on the train, and he just walks up and starts talking to me because I give off that vibe. And so we're not even chatting so much. At first I think I'm having a new conversation with a stranger. And then I realize he's too dialed in, and he's like telling me all this stuff about like some drama that happened at what I can only assume is like halfway house from the way he described it. And then he gets on the train next to me, which I'm like, oh no, like this is rough. And he's like, so where are you going? I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a comedy show and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, I would love to come to that comedy show with you. I was like, oh no. But it was a free show, so it was like there's no stopping him. There wasn't even a cover at the door that could have blocked him. And then 3 stops later, the cops got on the train, and they were like, walked up to him and they were like, get off the train. And for a split second, I thought they might have been talking to both of us, so I'm already like, And then he said something. He was like, what'd I do? And the cop pulled out some pepper spray and just held it to his side and was like, get off the train. And so then he goes with them, and apparently, I don't know, I guess they had been looking for him, or I don't know what it was, because he was acting erratic when he walked up to me on the platform.
Right.
So,
okay. So maybe they just called ahead. Or it'd be great if they like held up a note. They're like, we found your calling card.
Yeah.
And he's like, you followed the clues. I remember in that area too in Chicago. I can't remember if I've told this story on the podcast before, but this one I still don't know what this guy wanted, what the goal was, or what his plan was. Because it was me and a couple friends. We were leaving a Mexican place. We were leaving with some tacos and stuff, and this guy just appeared out of nowhere. And this is during the day too. This isn't even at night. He just somehow appeared, and he walks up, and this is his exact voice. This is gonna sound like I'm doing a cartoonish voice, but he sounded like a Muppet because he just walks out and he goes, "Oh hey, do you guys have cigarettes?" And we said no. And he goes, "Oh, want one of mine?" Just looking down at your phone. Cool. It's fun to tell stories when you're just...
No, I'm sorry.
Nope, it's okay.
It just seemed,
that one out. It's fine.
It just seemed like Mario.
That's what I'm saying. He sounded like a cartoon.
And that's what I was trying to pull up in time. And then you called me out. Because I didn't have the timing. But I was like, oh, he sounds like Mario.
And this great sight gag is Josh holding up a picture of Mario Lopez. And he held it up to the Zoom camera, so that's not even going to be in the video.
Well, you said you were going to cut it, so I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. You see why I shouldn't do puns?
Pun? You shouldn't Google while I'm talking to you.
No, fair enough, but I really thought I had something that was going to get you.
You thought that was going to really break down the house?
With you, I was like, oh, this is silly. Maybe he'll like it. Couldn't have been more wrong.
Well, should we open up the mailbag for the
Let's do it.
first time in 2023?
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Let me see. I know we got some from some people who were at shows recently.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so here is one. This is from Ginger, and it is titled "In Defense of the Coffee Creamer Scandal."
Okay. Scandal. I like scandal.
I like that's a scandal.
Yeah.
But hi, J-Lo. I want to start off by saying I'm a huge fan of y'all. I had enjoyed Josh's comedy on YouTube years ago, but rediscovered him during the pandemic, and once I did, I dove into a joyful rabbit hole of laughs that was so needed at that time. My best friend and I even went to his Zoom show where Logan opened, and it is definitely something we still talk about. That had been right before we started this show.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something we still talk about, especially after she moved to New York, where she interned on the Stephen Colbert Show and got to see Josh perform.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Your podcast has brought me much joy and loud laughs over the years on the bus to work, at work, and at night, where I only listen to old episodes as I can't sleep if I'm actively listening. Oh, I can't sleep if I'm actively listening to news stories. The best part is sometimes lines from your show will incorporate themselves into my dreams. So I'll just have a character saying something like, disagreeing with strangers on the internet, what's more American than that? I like that. I like characters in the dream.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry
That's
about your brain,
fire.
King. Just, yeah. Sorry this email is so long. I recently got to take my fiance to Josh's Tacoma show, which you both were amazing in, and we were sad we couldn't snatch up those 2 front row seats. Oh, I think they were at that show.
Yep.
There was one.
Yep.
There was a show where Josh went out and was very pointed about the 2 empty seats up front. And these upper paragraphs are basically what I would have said if I wanted to hold up the meet and greet line. But to the point of the email, I recently had a time at work where 2 coworkers were talking about if a sticky box of French vanilla coffee creamers were still good. I was also curious, so I popped one open and shot it back. It was delicious, sweet, and milky, and I could absolutely see myself nursing a glass of this on the couch with a friend. Put it in my coffee this morning. Not as good. So, Logan, I'm sorry, but Josh is totally right. If I didn't know it was coffee creamer and thought it was just a sweet milk, I would have made the same mistake. He should be acquitted of all charges of cartoonish behavior for the scenario, at least. Anyway, thank you both for the laughs. I rate this podcast 100 out of 50 Squiggle Bops. Squiggle Bops is a new one.
Boom.
Ginger,
Vindicated.
thank you for emailing in. You're
Vindicated.
very wrong.
Vindicated.
No, a lot. I mean, there are a lot of wrong and sick people out there in the world.
Vindicated.
And you're not vindicated, especially because she's like, I would take it as a sweet milk. That's not a thing.
Vindicated. Hey, thank you all.
Hey,
Thank you, Logan,
hey.
for being the best co-host in the world. And thank you all for listening to the Josh Johnson Show.
Wow, I really thought there was gonna be a turn there. I prepared for.
Yeah, you really braced yourself like I hit you or something.
You've never done that before.
Thank you so much for listening. Rather than asking you anything at all, I'm not even going to plug socials or anything. I just want to say thank you for listening. And if you enjoyed this episode, just tell one friend. That's all I need. Just one friend. Tell them about crack, tell them about meth, and tell them about this show. Okay. It'll be good preamble for the show. Not saying tell them, like, spread the word, like, do it. I'm just saying, like, hey, do you think crack stories are funny? Well, this episode.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Do I have a show for you?
Yeah.
I do want to plug because as of this release, it'll be this weekend, this coming Sunday. It's our first virtual show of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to come hang out with us while we do these, and especially if you've never been to them, they're a fun time. We interact a lot with everyone who's there. We've kind of built a little community around it. So I'm just excited to get those going again because it's been over a month now since we've done one. So we had to do it kind of early in December. So I do want to plug that because it's a very fun time, and I'd love more people to come join us and grow that goofy community.
Yeah.
So there'll be a link in the bottom, in the bio and stuff. January 29th is when that's happening.
Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a great rest of the day into the weekend.
Bye bye.
Cracky crack.
Don't meth with me.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Hit the bell notification because apparently it's the only way YouTube will tell you that something happened. And just tell a friend. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just tell one person in your life that you like, maybe you don't like, that this video happened to you.
We release the podcast every Thursday on all the podcast apps, so you should find us there and subscribe on those and comment and leave reviews and whatever on all of them. And also, if you want bonus stuff, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts and videos and stuff there, and we'd love to see you